What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to Overthinking Understanding Podcast. We are filming this episode from a special place. I'm gonna reveal that to y'all in a minute. I have a special guest, my aunt Sarah is gonna be introducing the name of the show and what we're gonna be talking about on the show today. Before we get into it, thank y'all so much. 400 downloads. It's gonna forever be mind blowing to me. 400 people got my voice, my podcast saved to their phones. It blows my mind. So grateful. I have over 1,000 impressions on Spotify, so that means y'all clicking on it. You know, if I ain't grab your attention or it wasn't an episode that you like so far, it's all right. I'm gonna get those 600 people back, and we gonna get it right. But I thank y'all to everybody that supported me. I thank you to the people who done reached out on Facebook, the people who done reached out on Instagram and sent me the long messages, and I really appreciate it. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I wish I was able to see each and every one of y'all and bring all of y'all on the show. I'm sorry about the inconsistency that life has been going on. I have a sibling that has cancer, so that in itself is taking a big toll, and this podcast is not my everyday life. That's why I'm in the special location. I'm in the service. I'm active duty, so I'll be moving around doing little different things. But without further ado, this is my Aunt Sarah, and go ahead, Annie.
It's the same story, different name, and y'all need to learn how to let go of dead weight.
And what we need to be and what we need to be setting.
We need to be setting new boundaries.
There we go. Thank you, beautiful lady. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. I love y'all.
Love you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. If the mic sound weird, y'all just normal. YouTube gonna be normal. If the mic sound weird on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you listening to my podcast from, I have my traveling mic, just a regular little mic. I don't bring my mic that I have at the house everywhere because if something was to a piece of equipment or something like that was to get damaged, I'd rather this mic get damaged than my other mic. So, but still trying to bring y'all the best quality. So, but if it does sound weird, it's only because I'm traveling and it is my traveling mic. I might pick my mic up, make it a little easier, and I don't have to be bent over for the ones on YouTube looking kind of weird. But if you didn't hear my aunt, today's episode is called Same Story, Different Name. We're going to be talking about letting go of dead weight and setting boundaries. I'm so hyped to do this episode. I'm so excited to do this episode. I have been wanting and I have been missing. Sorry about that. I have been wanting to do a podcast, get back into it, drop an episode. And like I said, life has been going on. It's just been a lot. And this podcast I feel like it's going to be one of my favorite episodes just for the fact of the situation that I just recently got out of. I didn't even think I was going to survive. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I knew, not in one piece. Like, I didn't think I was going to survive in one piece. I thought I was going to either end up in jail or, after service. The situation was just crazy. So, without further ado, we're going to get into this story. Matter of fact, I told y'all we filming from a special location. I'm going to switch my Overthinking Understanding hat. Hope y'all able to see it. I know y'all listening to it on Facebook, you'll be able, not Facebook, YouTube, you'll be able to see it. Facebook, I got Facebook running simultaneously, so that's why I'm saying Facebook. I got my phone doing Facebook. But if you're listening to the podcast, you're not going to be able to see it. I just put on a hat that says Hawaii, aloha. This episode is being filmed from Hawaii. Got Hawaii in the background for you guys. It is my hotel room. I'm off of I think it's Waikiki Beach. I'm in Honolulu, Hawaii, off of Waikiki Beach, and palm trees and stuff in the background. I wish that y'all could see it. I'm bringing y'all here. I'm going to try to do this more. Like I say, I am a flight attendant, so I travel all over the world. And I said I'm going to start bringing my podcast equipment. I'm going to try to have 2 sets. Like I said, I don't want nothing getting damaged, but excuse me, sorry about that. I'm going to start bringing my podcast equipment on the road, and that way I'm making sure I'm not slacking on the people that is supporting me. So like I say, live from Hawaii. See, I'll get up there for y'all guys. Ooh, live from Hawaii. All right, let's get into the story. Once upon a time, I'm gonna be using fake names, real places, you know, whatever events. I say once upon a time. Could be real, it couldn't be. I ain't up here telling fables, but it is what it is. So I say back in 2000, it's 2021 now. Back in 2019, I met this female. I had just got out of a situationship, a 2-year situationship. And me and my sisters, we go out to the club. If you in Tacoma or you from Seattle or around the area, Silverstone, one of my favorite clubs out there. We go to Silverstone. It's a chick outside the club screaming. She outside the club screaming, and she yelled from across the street, "Oh, I like that ass." And we're like, "What?" Like, we looking. Mind you, like I said, I had just got out of a situationship. Silverstone is a good time in itself. You know what I'm saying? But I'm really, like I said, I'm on that. I'm going there to have a good time. So she yelled from across the street, and I see her, but I don't really see her. Like, it's just a chick outside the club. We proceed to head into Silverstone, and I see I don't see the individual, like the female that was outside screaming, but I see her friends, and I be like, and I say, "Hey, like, what happened to that chick that y'all was just with? What happened to that girl y'all was with?" I'm like, what's her name? Mind you, that they tell me they don't know, and like, it's weird. Like, if I show up to somewhere with my friends, or like you see me with somebody, like I know their name. Hindsight 2020, and been done dealt with this individual for 2 years. We gonna call her Karen. Karen, I'm sorry you don't get a break. I'm sorry, but we gonna call her Karen for this episode purposes. Cause we don't want to say no real names or nothing like that. So Karen, she say, "Oh, I don't know her name," and I'm like, "All right," and then she say, "Oh, her name Karen." I'm like, "Cool, okay, whatever." Like, now I'm just thinking you made up something, right? Mind you, like I say, I don't know nothing about this individual. She told me the chick real name. She really did tell me the chick real name. And so I'm dancing. Like I said, it's still a song. We having a good time. And the chick just appeared in the doorway. Old girl appeared in the doorway, and she come dance with me. She danced on me for like 4 or 5 minutes. That was it. It's like a song. And she just leave. So we do our thing. We end up leaving. We end up leaving the club or whatever. And I just see a female in black walking by herself. Mind you, anybody that's done been to the club with me, any type of event, I hate to see people walking outside of the club by themselves. Any type, people just weird. And how can I say, like, I guess it's kind of weird. Like, you don't know, and a stranger just walking up to try to walk you to the car. That in itself is weird. But I prefer to at least try to help somebody, walk somebody to the car, or, not on no creepy stuff. So I see a chick walking by herself to the car. Me not knowing it's the same chick that's done yelled outside the club, same chick that I danced with in the club. Cause she had on like black tights and a burgundy shirt, right? So I just see a chick in black. It's just me being my normal self. Like, "Hey, you good?" I walk up to her and I'm like, "Can I walk you to your car? Like, you good?" I don't really care for people to be walking by themselves out to the club. She like, "How you know I got a car?" I'm like, "All right, cool, whatever." And she like, "Oh, but I didn't say you can still walk with me." We walk. I'm like, "All right, you ain't on a ride or something? Like, my sister can take you to the crib." I'm volunteering her car. She like, "No, I'm good." So I see the people that she was in the club with. I'm like I said, I think it's her friends. I say, "Oh, there go your people." Like, they could. I'm like, "Y'all gonna take your homegirl home?" She like, "They ain't gotta take me home." Mind you, that whole night showed me this chick personality. Within that freaking them 3-4 times of me seeing this, told me everything. I just re-experienced this chick for 2 years on a different level. But that whole night told me everything I need to know about this girl. So I'm like, cool, whatever. They like, "Yeah, we'll take her home." I like that. Yeah, that's weird. Like, that's like a weird. I don't know what type of friendship type thing y'all got going on, but that's hella weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't know your homegirl name, but you did know her name, and then your homegirl talk about you ain't gotta take her home. It was just weird. So I'm like, cool, whatever. So I'm getting, like I say, it's normal for me to walk a person to their car. So it's nothing. Like I'm getting ready to leave. We had did a little talking, but I'm getting ready to leave. Walk back to my sister's car. She like, so you ain't gonna give me your number? Now at this point, I'm flirting. I'm like, no, like you can have my number, or you won't be waiting on me to text you. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you don't need to be waiting on me to text you or whatever, something like that. She like, yeah, whatever. So I give her my number. She hit me up. Next day I hit her up. Mind you, like I said, I met this chick at the club. It's dark. You be drinking. For those who do drink, I rarely don't drink like that when I go out. But it's the club, so I'm like, I don't really know who I'm talking to. Yeah, like, so I'm like, hey, you want to go to lunch? You want to go to dinner? Like, what's up? What you got going? She had lunch plans. We ended up going to dinner. It was cool. I ain't gonna say we hit it off. We had a cool time. I ended up coming back, flying back out there to Washington State, and we ended up going to like a club. She was the club. I met this chick. She used to club from like 11 to 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm not no club type going out there like person. Like, that's just not me. So we end up driving to this club. And while we driving to this club, we had a real conversation. Like, this is like where I feel like I click with her. Like, she cool with people. Because we were both having fun. We weren't looking for nothing. Nothing. Like I said, I had just got out of a situation. Not looking for a damn thing. So we in the car. She talking about like, God and how she want to be and different little stuff. Like I say, her vibe was cool. The stuff that she was saying all the right things. She was talking about stuff like that I wanted in a person that I had never said out loud type stuff. So I'm like, hey, I'm feeling her. I'm gonna say this like this: people can talk a good game. Like, do you know people who talk, but they don't never really do too much, but they mouthpiece is immaculate. Just like a lot of people who sell cars or like could sell you stuff or do anytime, like they mouthpiece is immaculate, but they really not doing nothing but talking, but they make it sound so good. That is what I got. And me not knowing this individual like that, me not knowing Karen like that, I'm like this female is dope. You know what I'm saying? So some time passed. I met her up in January, like at the end of January. We kicked it for the little rest of the time I was there chilling with my family. Like I said, I'm active duty. I'm active duty Army, so the whole time I was on leave, the rest of that time I was kicking it with her. So like I said, we chilling. I drop off to her boss house. Hold on to that fact. I drop off to her boss house. So I told y'all I had just got out of a 2-year situationship messing with somebody. She knew about the chick though. Like literally, I started talking to the chick on Thursday. I met her Friday night, Saturday morning at the club. Like it was like that, right? So I told her like, I just got out of this and that. I drop off at a boss house. Like I said, we talking. Little different little incidents happen in between us talking. I mean, in between the major incident that I'm gonna bring up with her boss, but it was kind of like small. Like she came and kicked it. She came and kicked it with me like I said, I met her in January. I think she came and kicked it. She came and kicked it with me for like 3 weeks in February. Like quick, you know what I'm saying? They always, gay joke. Lesbians move fast. She came out there to visit with me for like 3 weeks. Mind you, 2-year situationship with this lady that I just cut off. I hadn't really talked to her, like, since I had left. She was asking me about it, like, you talking to her? I ain't trying to do this and that. Mind you, we talking. We barely know each other. She done got into it with her. She be up in my phone. I'm like, what is you doing? When I met you, I told you about it. You say you ain't worried about no other female, and that's all you seem to be doing is worried about a chick I used to talk to. That we was messing around for 2 years. Like what you talking about? And we not together. So like I said, she ended up coming down there. Every time she seen this chick name popped up, she pissed off. This and that. I don't deserve this. She ain't gonna treat me like this and that. That's February. May come around. Late May, early June. She tell me that she used to fuck with a boss. Mind you, I met her in January. We've been getting to it about my ex since February, and she worked her boss, the chick that she still worked for, on the side. She used to be sleeping with her. And I'm like, that was like such a big. I remember calling my homegirl, like, it was fun while it lasted. Like, this chick tripping. I remember talking to like, I was like, what? And I'm talking to her like, you've been literally tripping on me about my ex since I met you. Like, they done got into it. My ex done pulled up to my mama's house before. Yeah, by no means is I'm taking up for the stuff that my ex was doing. Not saying that like she was out of place. Do not get me wrong. At the same time, like, how I was, you steady. My ex hit my phone. I pay that bill. It's my phone. It is what it is. We talking. You ain't got nothing to say to her. You taking my phone while I'm sleeping, and you replying and doing that. It's like, what is you doing? Mind you, we are talking. Months later, you come and tell me that your boss that you work for, who house I done dropped you off on. I done dropped you off over. Y'all used to mess around. And don't get me wrong, like, Karen don't just come out and say stuff. Karen not just go, like, I ain't gonna say I volunteered that information, but having sisters, you know what I'm saying? Having sisters and brothers, so seeing both sides of the spectrum and watching people get hurt, watching people not being able to make their own decision. I always wanted to let people be informed and make their own decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told her it wasn't just on no dry, like, oh yeah, this and that. She asked me why I wasn't trying to do this and that. And I'm like, I just got done messing with this person. Not saying like at that time, she didn't have to offer up. She did not have to tell me that her and her boss used to fuck around. By no means. Recently used to fuck around. Like, she ain't have to tell me all that. At the same time, the way that she was so OD about my ex, it was just like, you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you steady going in and getting to it with my ex doing all this, and you see your boss every other day? And what's so crazy, like, you know how people get, like, her boss messed around, but I ain't even gonna say that. Her boss messed around, but you know how, like, somebody wants you, kind of wants you, but then when you messing with somebody else, then they really want you type shit. So, like, she ain't just tell me that her boss messed around just because, like, it had to be something. I want to say, like, she used to be on the phone with me all the time over her boss house, and I want to say, like, her boss made a comment, or, like, I think we were sleeping on the phone, and, like, she spent the night at her boss house, and, like, her boss had came and made a comment, and when I asked her about it, she told me. Like I say, she did not have to offer the information up when I told my thing, but you did not have to be OD about my ex that I don't see her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't pull up on her, like, I don't see her. You see your boss every day and every other day, and you been OD. So that was like a big thing. I was like, I just felt like it showed me your character. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? Like, why was you so OD about this situation? You talking about some disrespect and all of this. She used gaslighting one time. Karen used gaslighting one time in our little situationship or whatever. And once I found out the definition for gaslighting, I was like, this chick done did that throughout the whole relationship. Like, that's the only thing you've been doing. Like, you've been making me feel like I'm batshit crazy, and you just full of it. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, we talking about it. I'm like, bro, you've been ODing going in about my ex, getting into it with my ex. I keep telling you, like, stay out my phone, like this and that. You've been going OD. And I done dropped you off and I did all this with your boss. Like, what the hell is, like, oh, this person told me, what Karen told me? She say, anything that happened before today, it don't matter. It's a clean slate. That's it. I'm like, no. Like, what the hell? Like, so that was already, like, that, I didn't be like, that was how people say red flags and this and that. That was the hugest, that was a damn bullet. Like, I got shot with, and I still continue to mess with this female. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's on me. I go back and I take accountability. A lot of stuff that happened, that's why I say, like, setting boundaries is one of the things that we gonna hit on in this podcast, because I felt like I didn't have any. Felt like I didn't have any, or they wasn't that strong. I didn't stand on them. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because like I don't have boundaries with everybody else, but it's learning that balance in a relationship. Like I never wanted to be overly aggressive with a person I was in a relationship with. I never wanted to be disrespectful. So like I could check somebody on the street or handle a situation differently at work and not handle it the same way at home because it's just finding that mixture. Like you're not gonna play with me, but at the same time, like you know what I'm saying, I'm your baby. So like I say, that was a big thing. I'm like, what the hell? Like, that's cold. I ended up talking to my people about it. I'm like, man, she was cool. I had already seen, she had already did little stuff, like gone to it myself. It was already little stuff where it's just like, I ain't really messing with it. Like, she cool. It's something to do. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to be able to fly down here. You got somebody to mess with. It's cool, people. I ain't even trying to be on I ain't even looking at no relationship type thing, right? Don't get me wrong, chick has some cool qualities. So, like I said, that's like late May, early June. She was working with this job or whatever. And job ended up not working out. Out of the blue, she just called me like, "Oh, I'm a move down there." And I'm like, "Whoa." First of all, like I was on my first spot when I met her. I'm 20, I'm 23. I'm a E5 in the service, been in the barracks forever. Barracks is like dorms. I just got my one spot, getting ready to get my second spot, like my first ever type apartment type shit. Like I ain't got nothing in that motherfucker but a bed and in the table, right? She like, I'm gonna move down there. And I'm like, whoa. I called my daddy. Like, I talked to her. You know, she said, get off on. I called my daddy. Like, no. I'm like, this chick trying to move down here with me. My dad like, how you feeling? I'm like, no. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah. He like, just tell her, just talk to her, blah, blah. So we talk later. We talk back on it. And I'm like, like, just think on it. Once again, me not having no boundaries, not being able to clearly say what I'm trying to, and fear of losing a situation that I probably should have just not even been in the first place type thing. So I'm like, nah, like, just think about it. Give it like a 2 weeks to a month. Nah, I'm with it. I'm moving down there, blah, blah. Like, I love y'all. Listen, mind you, the stuff that doesn't happen previously before this point, you don't love me. We know that for pure fact, right? You don't love me, shawty. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm so I feel like I feel like Karen got so much of a pass off of the way that previous relationships went for me. So like I done had people propose, you know what I'm saying? I done had relationships where it's like hold it down. You know what I'm saying? Like just hold it down, stay down, we can make this work. And I'm gonna give you whatever you think you work. Like I'm telling you, I'm grinding. I'm gonna be able to give you whatever you think you want. So when this chick is gung ho about moving down here with me, and in my mind, I'm like, dang, that's what's up. Like, um, let me say, not to sound contradicting, not saying like I want to down there, but off of previous situations, in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Like, she rocking with me enough to come and live with me, which I done lost plenty of relationships for that same reason. Like, you ain't trusting me. Like, everything I tell you that I'm going to be, or everything I told you that I'm going to be, like, I'm going to go get it. I'm going to be that. So in my mind, I'm like, dang, like, she gets some cool points because ain't nobody else done trusted me enough to even just come and live and move down on some stuff, right? Don't get me wrong. Like I say, I've been proposed to. It's been on some marriage stuff. But when that didn't, that's a big thing. Like when the marriage don't work out, or when the proposal goes down and the marriage doesn't happen, it's kind of like it was a shift. It was a tear. It was a break in it. Or even when I came into the service, it was like, you're not going to need me. You finna be in the service. I want somebody who going to need me. Like, I'm messing with this person because we doing the same thing and we going to be here. I'm like, bro, but I can take you and go show you the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this chick, like I said, this chick want to move down here with me. It's like a big thing. Like, all right, bro, she trusts me to come down here with her. I got her. At the same time, with this person being this person, I'm like, no. I'm still like, no. But a part of me like, hey, she trusts you to, and it ain't got shit to do with me. Truthfully, it didn't have nothing to do with me. She ain't trusting me to come down there. I didn't know that though. So boom, I move it down there. The ride is when I tell you like I don't hate the individual think I hate her. I don't hate Karen. I hate the person that I was when I was with her that allowed her to do these things. Just like any past relationship. You know, I just hate like that person that I was that allowed those things to go on because it just it just wouldn't be that right now. You know? So even the ride down here, like she wanna stop, she wanna make stops. She ain't driving. She drove like 2 hours talking about she don't drive like that. It is I'm taking her across the country in a U-Haul. Like we going from Washington State to Maryland. We going from West Coast to East Coast, like 43 hours, and she want to make stops. And she ain't never just took no long road trip like that. I done made it because I drove myself. You know, I didn't go by myself, but I drove. Me and my father took that trip from there to there when I first left Ottawa because I was stationed out there in Washington State. So when I first get stationed on the East Coast, I made that drive already. I already know how long it is and how short that it could be if we both. That's neither here nor there. So that ride was crazy. So she pull up, mind you, like I said, I haven't never stayed with nobody besides like on some roommate stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't just, and even then I had like, I ain't never just stayed with nobody like no girlfriend or nothing. I'm 23, like fresh. She had 5 years on me. I ain't never stayed with nobody. Before I left to go get her, we had like a little picnic. We call them org days. We had like this little thing at work. So when we had already been talking. She like, you ain't really got nothing in there. I'm going to decorate it how I want to, this and that. I'm like, cool, shorty, whatever. Obviously, it's done been worked out. She moving down there. It was enough convincing to be like, we going to rock it out. We on the same page type thing, right? She pull up. Well, I pull up. Mind you, we had stopped so much. Like I said, I'm a cabin attendant. I fly. I had just was asked to get put on a mission that I wasn't supposed to be on. I drove, like I said, she drove like 2 hours. I drove most of that trip by myself. I got so tired of stopping. I drove the last 19 hours straight. I was straight, not wanting to stop no more in coffee. Mind you, when she stopped driving, she drove way back in Montana. When she stopped driving, she said, I can't drive, but, if you need me to be up with you, I'll be up with you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to need somebody to talk to. I'm driving. I'm doing all that. We get to, like, Pennsylvania. She dozing. She nodding. I'm driving. I've been driving these damn days. We, like, on day 3, getting ready to go into 4. I'm like, yo, like, you falling asleep. Like, talk to me. Like, I need to get back. I'm supposed to be at work the next day. I ain't supposed to be flying, but I'm supposed to be at work. I only took a pass to come out there to see her. I'm on day 4. I have to get back to work the next day. This woman, like, after she tell me she'll stay up with me, she say, damn, leave me alone. Like, I'm going to sleep, doing a bunch of fussing and cussing. I'm like, man, whatever. I'm tired. Ain't got time to be arguing. It's pitch black. If you done drove through Pennsylvania and we driving through, it's like a highway, bridge, mountain type things where you going through the mountain. Like the trucks be honking at you because they don't want you in front of them because if they lose brakes or whatever, like that's it. Ain't nothing stopping it. Like it's literally steep as hell. It's dark. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just like, bruh, like my nerves is racking. I'm in this big. I think we was in like the second to the largest U-Haul. And we might have had the biggest one. Like the bitch is big. Like I'm just like, bruh, like talk to me. Like I'm trying to focus and not crash. And at the same time, like, like, damn, like, she cussed me smooth out. Like I say, it ain't nothing new that she did on that trip that I hadn't seen from that first night, that I haven't seen in those months. The whole moving in together or even messing with Shawty shouldn't have happened. That's on me, though. So we end up, like I said, we pull up to my apartment. And I had, like, some workout equipment in the living room. Like I said, I didn't have nothing in that apartment. Nothing in the apartment. First apartment. I had a bed, I had just got a real bed. I was on the air mattress for a minute. And I don't know broke stuff, just cheap, just you know what I'm saying, just ain't even really worried about it. Like I'm chilling. It's me, myself, and I, right? But I had just got me like a real bed, you know, headboard and all that. I had a table. I think I had a coffee table and like a couch. Didn't even watch TV. Like I didn't I don't even think I had a TV. Cause I wasn't really in the house like that. Like I like moving around outside, going to go do stuff. So she come in, she got the little stuff on the floor. First she say it's small. Mind you, I had just moved into that spot. She did have a bigger spot. She had like a hood spot back in there, like it was bigger. Her stuff made my place look even smaller. The same amount of stuff in her spot just her apartment was just still big. It looked like nothing went in there. But that's neither here nor there. So we sitting there. She come in, mind you, like I said, I've been driving 19 hours straight. I'm jittery, but at the same time, I'm tired because I done drunk so much coffee. I lay on the bed. Like I said, I had already got a call. They asked me to do an overseas mission. I work on, like I said, I'm a cabin attendant that fly on jets. It was like a 9-hour leg or something. We was going to like Germany or like France or something. It was going to be a good little flight, right? So I'm trying to lay on the bed. So she made the comment. She say, it's small in here. Mind you, she helped me pick this spot out. It's perfect for me. I could have put a whatever in there. It would have been just goddamn fine. You wanted to move your ass out here. You knew what it was, right? She walking up in there. I had a basket of clothes. Mind you, like I said, I didn't just pack no suitcase, and I think I had like a carry-on on her. I threw in the underwear and like some shirts. Like I know we finna be in the car. I don't need no full-blown suitcase. Like I need a little to-go bag, so when we stop at hotels and stuff, wash my ass and do all of that. So we sitting there, and she say, it's some underwear sitting on top of the clothes. Mind you, just like how serial killers get caught because they got trophies, I've been by myself. I was single. I've been having women's underwear for so dang long. Like it's nothing to me. Like I might see it, but I'm not just like thinking. You know, like I see it like, oh, like this, but I'm not thinking because it's so normal to me. Like I make a female do a certain thing, I get the underwear. I got plenty of underwear mixed in everywhere. Like stuff could be to happen. We might have messed around here and I got it stuffed somewhere. Like it is underwear. Long story short, other ladies' underwear, I just have them. You know what I'm saying? So she look at the basket and she say, "You want me to see those?" I was like, bro, what the fuck? So I'm laying on the bed. I don't give a care about nothing that she talk about. Like I done drove these hours by myself this trip that I did in 2 days. Last time there been 4 days. Like I said, I'm exhausted. I'm tired, but I can't sleep because the coffee. She said, get up and throw them away. She said, get up and throw them away. I said, I will when I wake up. Like, what the fuck is we talking about, right? Like, what? She say, she stormed out the house. She done stormed out before. She done stormed out before. Like I say, like, I don't even know. I did it to myself. Like we do 95% of the time. We inflict bull crap on ourselves. So I'm sitting over there. I'm like, bruh, she in the U-Haul. She done drove off. This chick was like that throughout our whole little situations. Like, she was there for 2 years, but she got there in like late June, early July. By July, August, I was like, I cannot do this with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was just the same person. Like, you not changing. Like, if that's how you are, you should have. And don't get me wrong. Like, she showed her true colors, but she spoke a different way. Like, when I met her, I told her, like, you know, I got a temper. I got this going on. I got that going on. I'm doing this. You ain't even got no problems like that. You chill. The stuff you got going on, like, that's nothing. I could deal with that. Blah, blah. I never knew, still don't. I never knew too much about this chick. But just like I say, just like her homegirl not knowing her name. And then when she told me her name was Karen, that was her nickname. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know too much about this chick. The chick tell you what what she wants you to know. And don't get me wrong, like certain situations, that's how it's supposed to go. But the way that chick do it, she just deceitful. How Karen get down is just on some deceitful shit. Like you want people to show the side of you that you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me calm down. So she drive off. I go find her. She parking. She make a fit, and our whole freaking lit thing was like that. Like I literally felt like I lost my mind. And the same stuff that she was doing, other women had did. Like the chick I had started talking to before. I'm like, it gotta be me. Like I'm making these women act like this. Like, why am I steady picking people with these characters? And at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna say it like this: it's not you, but people have a selfish trait. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are selfish. Like, they want their feelings to be more cared about than yours. They want you to acknowledge their feelings, but they feel like you don't have to acknowledge theirs. They don't want to talk about your trauma or what you got going on, but they not gonna talk about their trauma either. But at the same time, if you identify their trauma that they do not talk to you about, but you identify it, then you should just treat them accordingly to that because they have been through that trauma, but they not gonna handle you the same way. And what do you mean by that? So it's like, I could tell you, like, I could tell her, like, this movie might make me tear up because of this. She'll tell me get over it. I'll be like, why do you talk to me like that? Like, why are you cussing me out, calling me out my name? I don't do you like that. I told you I don't like being handled like that. None of that. Why? Well, this is not. Well, I grew up like this. I'm from, like, what? Like, no, like, it don't matter. Like, you here now. Either you trying to get better or you telling me, like, this is how you gonna be. And if you telling me this is how you gonna be and I'm telling you that I don't accept it, then you should just fucking leave. It's as simple as that. Like, if you gonna be like this and you're not trying to change, then you should just leave. And I'm like, damn, like, some of the stuff she's doing, like I say, women have done in the past. And now I sit there and, like, you know, my granny and my father are like my best friends. So I sit there and I vent to my granny, and my granny stopped me one day. She say, I know you ain't telling me the same story with a different name. And my granny cold like that. Like, don't get me wrong, she a sweetheart, but she not sugarcoating it. And I'm like, dang, granny, like, and I'm sitting there and I sat there and I'm thinking, like, then I had to do some self-reflection for myself. I had to do some self-reflection for myself. I'm like, why am I steady picking females with this selfish characteristic? And I thought back, like, a lot of stuff and a lot of things that we do is off of childhood. You know what I'm saying? We kind of act off our trauma. We kind of get comfortable in our trauma. And you know what I'm saying? I done said it before, and it's such a true statement to me. Like, you kind of get comfortable off in your trauma and how things are supposed to act. Like if you used to having your leg broke, something like that. Like, you used to always getting your leg injured. You know how to different things. You gonna act a certain type of way because your leg injured. When your leg fixed, you might still act as if your leg injured because it's done been injured for so long. And I feel like that's how sometimes we operate and how we get down in trauma, and or the type of people that we pick because we know the situations that we gonna go through. And with this female, I felt like it was the same way for her. Like, she was expecting, I'm young, and you know what, I can't say what she expected. I ain't gonna put that on her, but I do feel like she felt like I was young. And but I can't even say like she expected the same thing because I feel like the reason she messed with me because I was different. I'm not finna be cussing you out. I'm not finna be calling you out your name or doing none of that. Like, that's not. Don't get me wrong. Like, it had got to that point. It had got bad, and I don't like being that person. I'm not saying that I can't be the same person that you are. I'm just saying I don't want to choose to be that way, and definitely not trying to choose to be that way in a relationship. So she ended up moving in. That situation happened. We get that situated. She ended up moving in. Mind you, she just moved down here from another state. I make pretty decent money where I'm stationed at, right? And sometimes when people talk about money or people talk about different blessings or different things, people feel like you bragging, but that's because some people just haven't been in your position. Don't get me wrong, like, my delivery can be weird sometimes, but like I can go tell somebody this little story or this little incident, and it'll be about some money type situation, and it'll be like, oh yeah, this and that. We could talk about money. Some people could feel like you're trying to shit on them. That ain't what I'm doing by no means. Like everything and anything that I got could be taken away in the blink of an eye. I'm humble as ever. Never try to brag, never try to boast. But where I'm stationed at in the position that I am in life right now, I make pretty decent money. So when the chick came down here, it was like, I'm not, you down here, you in the state. She was from a state that was 3 to 4 hours away, right? I'm living in Virginia at the time. So she was from a state that was around there. And still, her family, her main family, who she considered the family who close, they off in Washington. So I tell her, I'm going to give you $500 out of my paycheck until you get a job. Mind you, she ain't paying no bills. I can afford the bills comfortably. Afford the bills, whatever. She barely pay for any type of anything. Any type of anything. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. That's just what comes with being with me. $500 is just for she can have some money in her pocket. She ended up getting a job I think a month or so later. And my sister and them in my ear, they are I feel like I put myself in this situation, not off of these situations, but off of too many past situations. My sister and them in my ear the whole time, make sure she get a job. Make sure this, they already wasn't feeling her. I can't say nobody that I brought Karen around that cared for Karen. And it's not because it's cool for Karen to be Karen, but Karen don't need to be Karen with you. It was just protective over me. We not rocking with how she talk to you, how she do you. She don't seem like y'all got the same thing going on. But how me and Karen kick it behind closed doors, I'm like, man, she cool people. And Karen, Karen only showed me so much. People on the outside be like, Karen act like this. But I know, Karen, I know I see both sides of the coin. I know why Karen act a certain way that she act and why she do that. And I'm respecting her. She my girl. At the end of the day, you ain't got to mess with it. So we end up, like I said, I end up giving her a little money or whatever. Mind you, at this point, when I met Karen, she had an older phone, but it attracted me too. I'm like, why you got an older phone? Not like I say, I'm humble. I don't know talking it got to be expensive by no means. I was happy it was an older phone, because in my mind, I'm like, you're not materialistic. That's the same thing that came out her mouth. I'm not materialistic. Her phone had ended up stopped working 2 months or a month until we talking. I got her another phone. Her last 3 devices was on me. I ain't bragging. I ain't saying that it ain't normal. I'm just trying to put into perspective why I down there lost my mind in this situation and why I will forever now set boundaries and not backtrack. You know what I'm saying? People gonna have to come with the same thing I'm coming with. You gonna have to treat me you know what I'm saying? But before we get there, like I say, so she end up getting a job. Mind you, like I said, I make decent money at what I'm doing. I started doing Uber. I wanted to pay off some different little things. I started doing Uber. I started doing Lyft. Karen had one job. First, Karen was all gung-ho about the job. Mind you, I done seen Karen done told me already that she quit a job because she wanted to do other stuff. It was boring. It was this and that. It was controlling her whole life. It was making good money, was it? So when I met her, like I said, she was in between jobs. Then she got a job while she was talking, and then that job ended up not working out. So this is on 3 jobs with Karen, right? So I watched Karen. At first, it was all gung-ho. I watched Karen get up and get ready for work. She get ready for work 7 o'clock. She got to be at work at 7. She got to be at work at 8. Then it started being that Karen started going to work nah, I'm coming home. I'm like, did you go to work today? Or do you got to work today? Same things, flip around. Oh, this job, this and that. I'm like, bro, what you doing? Mind you, we had already made a deal. Family sometimes don't get over stuff the way that you do. 9 times out of 10, because it's your person. Family only see this side and that side. They don't know that person how you know them. So we had already kind of talked about not telling people stuff. So I wasn't telling people nothing. It was little stuff going on and little weird stuff happening, but I kept it to myself. Thought Karen was doing the same thing, but we know that ain't Karen character. So Karen ended up losing that job. Like I say, I'm gonna say it like this. Hold on, put my mic in the mic stand. I'm gonna say it like this. when I met Karen and we talked about our little living situation, living arrangement, Karen said she wanted to go to school. I'm all for her going to school. Like I said, I can afford the bills comfortably, and the lifestyle that we live for the most part comfortably off my income and the side jobs that I do, right? She was like, she wanted to be independent. So she say, you know what I'm saying? She wanted to work. She wanted to do this and that. So what Karen talked about did not match her actions. So Karen sitting over there talking about wanting to work, wanting to do this, wanting to do that. And I was like, why you acting like this at these jobs? Or what? Like, I told Karen, you ain't got to pay nothing. She like, I want to pay bills. Like, I ain't trying to do this and that. I'm like, cool. Whatever, right? But you can't pay the bills if you ain't working. Like, you inserting yourself into a stream that's already cool. Like, I pay my bills, the bills is paid. Like, we chilling, we good. You inserting yourself into something that is without rain, sheet, or snow is gonna get done, right? And you're wanting to insert yourself into that for you to fuck it up. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to pay the bill. You don't have to pay no bills. You want to pay bills for what? You don't have to put on this facade of being like this super independent chick just because it sounds good. Like, you don't have to do that. But no, she want to work. She want to work. She want to work. She want to work. So you adding the extra stream of income. We doing stuff. Now we got 2 streams of income. I ain't never had to. Like I said, I done have women that I done been with, but I done always had my own little money. I've been in the service since I was 17, 17, 18. So I done always had my own little money. I done always did stuff a certain way, all that, right? So I'm bringing you into this. And not only, like, did she not pay bills, it was on some stuff like, why are you steady trying to be this person that you're not? Or, like, don't get me wrong, like, people can change, people work and they get better, but you're not trying to, like, it's just like talk for you. Like, you stopping, you're not going to work on time, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. At the same time, she'll be down talking to me on social media, and then she'll tell me, like, don't worry about what I put on social media. But I'm like, why are you making it like your life? Why do you make, like, do you need for your homegirls to be on your side, or do you need for people to talk to? Because, like, you're not going through what freaking 85% of women going through. Like, I get paid and I bring you, not only do you get broke off out of my paycheck, you get flowers, like, and it's normal. Like, we don't have just like too many just problems like what everybody doing, but on social media, it'll seem that way. And I'm skipping so much stuff because it's not, the point of this podcast is just not to, like, just to shit on Karen or any, you know what I'm saying? Just like steady. It's more about, like I say, setting boundaries and learning. But this situation broke me off so bad and so hard, where it's just like, if I don't talk about it, I feel like it'll always be like a dark cloud over me. I won't be able to get another podcast out at my full 100%, because this was such a big lesson in my life. So like I said, Karen went to quitting jobs. The apartment getting smaller. She steady buying stuff. You feeling it. Apartment is getting small. It was already just a little 1-bedroom. We on the East Coast, like, it's not that big. So I'm like, man, all right, she want to move, get a townhouse. I was just making a year at that place. So I'm like, cool. We looking for townhouse. Mind you, I thought how Karen was doing at that job, and that job didn't keep her all this and that. Like, I'm like, we not, like, if we get somewhere, it's gonna be that where I'm comfortably able to afford it. She like, no, like, we team, I could put in on the bills, this and that. Like, you didn't put on the bills here, and you didn't even have bills to pay. Like, what is you talking? Like, what is you talking about? So I'm like, look, I'm capping at like $1,500. She looking at spots for like $2,000, $1,800 just rent, not even bills, and you know what I'm saying, like, other utilities. She's looking at places for like $2,000 straight rent. And I'm like, what the hell is you doing? Because at this point, I'm like, I cannot trust you to pay bills. I cannot trust you to be there when I need you. It's 2019. Like, I can't trust you to be there when I need you. So if we get a spot for $2,000, I'm gonna be paying that rent. You might help some, you might do your part some, but then eventually from the pattern and the cycle that you have shown me, I'm going to be footing these bills on my own. And I still, like I say, I got a certain way. I got money that I like to put up. I like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is we doing? She like, nah, cool, whatever. Long story short, we end up getting a spot. It's like $1,650 or whatever. My lap was my cap was like $1,400. So I'm like, all right, you make up the $250 difference. 2020 happened. It's a pandemic. I watched Karen quit 3 jobs in the pandemic. Mind you, we were already on, like, she shouldn't have never moved into that spot with me. I shouldn't have never moved out my spot. She should have just left. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so big on Lord time. Like, she moved down here with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to learn to let grown people be grown. She made that decision to move down here with you. Y'all both know what it was, but I'm like, she moved down here with me. I don't want to keep her out on her own. You know, it was just like, she was cool with how the relationship was going, and I couldn't stand it. Like, we had gotten to it so many times. She had did so much petty stuff to my people, to like my friends and stuff that, like, when stuff happened with her family, she checking it off the bat. And I'm like, why are you? So you know that you're wrong for doing it to my people. And when I say something about it, it's always an excuse. It's always this. It's always that. But your people, it's just you drawing a line. You drawing a line in the concrete. Like, that's just the way it is. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know? So we sit there. I watched this lady quit 3 jobs in a pandemic. Mind you, like I say, like, my first job, I make damn good money, decent money, you know? And I still had side hustles. So you get in with, mind you, my brother, before we went to that spot, I found out, my brother called, we looking at spots or whatever. He said he got cancer. So 2020, my brother was diagnosed with cancer. My grandmother my grandmother got paralyzed. 2020 was all in the same month. It was hard. When I told this lady that my brother had cancer, she had like a smirk come across her face, then it go away. I'm like, why did you smile when I told you my brother had cancer? It was so much crap, and I put up with different relationships, and the lady would not leave. She'll be on Facebook like this and that. I could go to hell, this, and the third. And like, this chick was like, it was like dating a child. And I can even say dating because, like I said, like, but we weren't together for a year and a half. I just felt like I was stuck. And 2020 happened, and wasn't no evicting nobody. It was funny. Like, she laughed. She like, you think you can evict me? When I tell you I down there lost my mind. So we sitting there, and like I say, she done quit the little jobs. She done quit the little jobs and stuff. And I'm like, dang, like, you steady quitting jobs. You ain't trying to I'll come home to a dirty house. I'm working. Like I say, she ain't paying the bills. She'll give me like money. She'll be like, okay, I pay the rent. If I am gonna pay the rent, I pay the $1,650. You take care of the light bill and all the other stuff, right? She did that a couple times. I remember she came down the stairs one day. She said, I'm quitting my job. She only worked there 2 days. She said, I'm quitting my job. I thought, you know what? Why would I skip the good stuff? She had came to me when she got the job and said, I need $1,000 for a computer and a headset. And I was like, what? At this point, like, I'm so sick of this lady. Like, it got to the point where, like, me seeing her made me nauseous. I couldn't sleep in the same bed with her because it was just like she interrupted my spirit. People be talking about good energy and positive energy. Like, she messed with all of that. Anything and everything you call it, she disrupted the hell out of it. Just being off the type of person that she was, like, you one way for the world and you another way behind closed doors, and then you out there portraying me one way to the world and I'm a totally different way behind closed doors, you know? So she sat up there and she come downstairs and she say, I'm quitting my job. And I'm like, you what? After she had asked me for this computer, I told her no. I was like, well, I'm gonna buy you a computer for a job. I don't watch her do temp job after temp job. I'm like, why I'm finna buy you a computer for a job that you probably gonna quit, or that's only 3 to 6 months. Like, what is we doing? I'm not finna buy you no $1,000 computer for that. It's not. We get into it about it. Fast forward, she come down the stairs. She only worked the job 2 days. She come down the stairs. She say, I'm quitting my job to get unemployment. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I ain't unemployment only for a little bit. Like, why won't you keep a job that she say, it's supposed to last a year? She say, I don't like losing arguments, but I asked the lady and she did say it was only 3 to 6 months. I was so over like this Karen done lied and made up stuff and said stuff so many times. Like it was just like her. You know what I'm saying? It was just like whatever. Like she told me, I was like whatever. So she was excited to be collecting unemployment. I'm like cool, whatever. So she'll give her money on the bill sometimes. Where I went to tripping and went to twitching in this situation, like she had did so much foul stuff. I'm gonna put it like this: like people don't have to like you, right? Like we can all agree on that. People do not have to like you. At the same time, like I prefer for somebody not to like me and not be in my presence. I prefer for if you talking down on me or you like you ain't gotta be around me. You don't gotta like me because it's like an ego thing. Like it's like if we didn't do nothing wrong to nobody, we just sometimes people cannot just fathom that we do not like them just because like we just don't mix, right? It's like an ego thing because we like you. I want you to like me. Like why? Like me, right? I don't care. Like you don't gotta like me. I just don't want you in my face. So Karen to go do stuff like she'll like she had tripped out on me in July about my ex. My sister had sent the picture out on Snap. It was me and my ex. I had it. My sister had it. It was from a vacation that we had went on for my sister's birthday or whatever. So it was a little video or whatever of my ex. So my sister showed the video. Send a picture of my ex. Oh girl, go through my phone. I paid her bill. Never went through her phone. Some stuff I just don't do, still don't do. I don't care. If you're doing it, you're gonna be doing it. I ain't got to be control. What am I going through your phone for? And I paid her bill. I'm not going through your phone. You don't pay my bill. You don't pay a damn bill. And you steady in my phone. All she seen was a picture, me and my ex, whatever. She make a big scene. Always like, please, people, women, men, just talk. If you with somebody that you can't just talk to your talk your feelings out with, you don't need to be with them. You don't need to be with them. If you steady attracting people or you are attracted to people that you cannot state your feelings with and just if I tell you that something bothers me, that's all that it should be. Oh girl, I just felt like she was in so many little situations and that's just her. I ain't gonna say situations because I don't feel like people did. That's just her. People did do it to her, but it's not just relationship. Like that's just you. And you like at a certain point, you gotta take accountability. You gotta figure out the source of this, the reason that you act like this, and fix it. If you don't, then at this point, it is just you, and that's what you feel like is okay for you to do. So like I said, we sit up there. She go through my phone. She see the picture. That's in July. That's August. I'm sorry. That's August, right? August. Remember that. I'm getting ready to go to work on the mission, and she showed me her phone from messages in July. A dude talking about fucking on her. She done hearted pictures, like the pictures. Mind you, the picture, she put this situation on Facebook. She put, oh, my girl said I can go through her phone and never blah, blah. But, she's saying if I keep looking at her phone, she'll get what she need. Her sister send a picture. She thought she was going to be rude to my sister who was coming to visit because of the other picture. I'm like, my sister ain't disrespectful. I do the same thing to her. Her and her ex or whatever pop up. Like, we show, like, it's nothing disrespectful. You just in my damn phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell is your problem? She was up in the phone in July. July's before August. Dude talking about sleeping with her, hearting messages. I'm like, she had to forget what they was talking about because she showed me this. Because once again, I do not go through phones. And I have never been a cheater, and I have always been honest in a relationship. I want you to make your own choice. I want you to make your own choice. I want you to be cool with what I'm doing because I don't want to hide it. We not kids. What am I hiding? What am I lying to you about? If I'm lying to you, then I'm scared of you, or I feel like you like no, you gonna make your own decision. So the way that she thinks, Karen was such a fucked up person, and Karen was so much on lies that the way that she acted, that is because stuff that she was doing. So I ain't even in your phone. My password to my phone was her birthday. Her password to her phone was her birthday in different ways. I'm like, what the hell is you doing? I was like, make my password. I was like, make your password my birthday. Now I don't be remembering your birthday like that. I ain't good with birthdays. Mind you, like I say, it's not to shit on Karen or nothing by no means. Because at the end of the day, when I go back and I look at these situations, it was me, because Karen set her boundaries. No matter how much messed up stuff that she did, no matter how many lies she told, how many exaggerations and stuff that she gave, she set her boundaries. And I knew what to not mess with her on. But me, I didn't have my boundaries set. Me, steady trying to, you know what I'm saying? Steady trying to be there for somebody who ain't never gonna be there for me. It just ain't meant to be working. That's not on Karen. This relationship situationship should have never started. I can't sit there and be like, oh, life just sucked. Life just no, because this situation should have never even started. It was too many red flags. It was too many billboards flashing signs like, what the hell is you doing? And I had to look back, like, you wasn't sticking in that relationship for Karen. You were sticking in that relationship trying to make it work for other reasons. It didn't have crap to do with Karen, because you know at the end of the day, Karen is not what you wanted. By no means, Karen is not what you wanted. At the end of the day, like, we had talked about it. Like, I told Karen what I wanted out of a person before we even, and she said, I'm not none of that. I say, okay, like, people can change, you can grow, you be talking this and that. I said, what you want in a person? She shut down, never told me. But everything, bring it up, don't tell nobody where we met. Don't tell nobody about this. Why you care what I put on the internet? You, this, that, and the third. You looking at this person. They don't look like me. I dealt, and I was like, why? Like I said, like I told my grandmother these stories, and it's like, you done did this before. What is you doing? And I had to ask myself, like, what are you doing? And I felt like I dated women so long off of what I seen growing up. I was in that comfort zone of this how it's supposed to be. Like, I'm strong enough to withhold this. I could love you like that. Like, I never look at it the same again. Like, I cannot love myself enough for the both of us. I damn near went crazy. I feel like I went a little bit insane to stay sane. Mind you, Karen, her family are called. Karen got 3 trips paid for. I ain't gonna say she ain't got nowhere to stay. She ain't got her own place to stay. Karen got 3 trips paid for. I'm like, you can't pay the bills. You got 3 trips paid for. Karen knows some stuff like, I know we didn't work out in a relationship, but, you know, I want to be there for you. Wasn't for me in this relationship. How you going to be here for me? The nail in the coffin for that situation, I'm from Dallas, Texas. I went back home to visit. Mind you, Dallas, how shooting stuff happened, it's Texas. I think babies' birth certificates come with a pistol. I told Karen what type of person I was. Karen done told me on many occasions, oh, you a dude done disrespected me, said something to her, or grabbed the hand, did some weird stuff. You trying to fight this childish. You looked at him crazy. We over here, child. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always something childish. But I told you how I was. You know I got a temper. You know some stuff I care for and don't care for. You know how I get down because I told it to you. Karen, the type of person that got to see some stuff. Why you want to see me get like that? And I have lost my temper with Karen before, but it was never like towards her or anything like that. Like, it's some situations that went down. But we in Dallas, right? Mind you, Karen wasn't even supposed to come to Dallas with me. Me and Karen had broke up. Been broke up. Me and Karen really was broke up for about a year and a half. She just wouldn't leave. She just wouldn't fucking leave. You know what I'm saying? So we sitting over there. We in Dallas. I was supposed to go with her family for Thanksgiving. I told Karen, this relationship ain't working. I'm not finna go and make plans with your family, make memories with your family when I can go spend time with my brother. You know what I'm saying? Go spend time with my family. And you don't got to come to Texas. We're supposed to be going to an Errol Spence fight. I said, I will buy you and your cousin's ticket because I really don't want to go with y'all anyway because y'all don't, like, I'd rather take my brother and my daddy, somebody who go actually watch some boxing, than take y'all who don't even really care about the fight or anything like that. Like, I don't really want to go with y'all. This motherfucker say, you say you want to meet my family, darling. What did you talk? That was before. We have been not good. You is not changing. I don't give a damn what y'all got going on with nothing. We still end up going together. Karen come down there. See, Karen was trying to stop me from messing with another female. I didn't go do that anyway. See, like, you don't want me, but at the same time, you don't want nobody else to have me. We've been having this push and pull. You fucking, like I say, talking down on the internet, talking down, telling lies to people through the phone, steady going. Sorry, y'all had to drink. Steady going through my phone, steady doing little different little stuff like this. What is you talking about? But you like, I know why you want to come down here. She ended up coming down there. She was supposed to. You want to know what's so ironic about this situation? I don't stand with my people. I couldn't stay with my people when me and Karen was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't really fool with it like that. My people didn't care for it like that. All this shit in the third. I'm able to stay with my people, save some money, I ain't got to get no hotel. Karen was supposed to stay with her cousin. Same cousin that she lived with, she would not go fucking stay with. And it was only a week. It was already talked about. I'm going to stay at my family's house. You're going to stay there at your cousin's house. The same cousin that she lived with, she wouldn't go. She would not go spend that week with while she was in Dallas, which she never had to come to Dallas. So fucking ironic. So we ended up getting a hotel. Long story short, leaving out of the fight, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. It was chill. It wasn't too much. I don't like big crowds. I don't like anywhere where people get intoxicated. I don't like, I love the atmosphere of a fight, but at the same time, like, people get drunk. Everybody want to be the boxers. Like, I just don't like certain vibes. I was already ready to go. She had got drunk. Mind you, I used to get, like, I don't like drinking like that out in public, but I'll drink in the house. She done got drunk all in public. She doing, like, I know she's showing out because I know her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you showing out. Like, if I comment on another woman, Karen, like, I'm a whole this, that, and the third. Like, I'm like, nah, just compliment. It can be somebody on TV. She telling all these girls they pretty. I'm like, girl, you so full of shit. Like, I'm just trying to get to the car. We end up getting to the car finally. We driving. I don't know what happened before the thing. I don't know if, like, I might have got over. The car might go. I don't know what happened. A car just drives up on me. They fussing. It's, I ain't even gonna say nothing. Some individuals in the car. One of them give me the bird. Karen and her cousin, they doing whatever they doing. I'm just trying to get her cousin dropped off. So they pull up, they give me the finger. I'm like, F y'all, screw y'all, whatever. Boom, behind you, we in Texas. So I pull off. I speed off, drive off. They pull back up again. We still talking, we arguing. The third time they pull up, I'm not on it. I'm not with it. This done been too many times already. So a situation happened. I don't got the best memory. This once upon a time. Situation happened. An incident happened. Karen and her cousin freaking out. The car leave. Freeway cleared. You know what I'm saying? Firecracker something went off. Freeways cleared. Karen and her cousin going off. Karen cousin like pull over. A firecracker just went off on the freeway. It's not a good idea to pull over. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, calm down. We good. Situation good. Calm down. Pull over. Her cousin talking about she got kids, all that shit. Cool. Boom, I'm driving. Her cousin say, stay saying pull up. Her cousin say, to Karen. Her cousin say, I'm finna hit your bitch. Mind you, I charge it to the game. I have put my hands on fair share of people, children, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I charge it to the game. It is what it is. I don't have no problem with her cousin because her cousin didn't owe me no loyalty, no none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I don't give a care. Karen done seen me in situations, even with my own mother. Like, I still know I'm loyal, and I also, like, on morals. So, like, it's my mama, but at the same time, she wrong. I'm not going to let you disrespect her. I'm not going to disrespect her, but, you know what I'm saying? She wrong. Karen done seen that. This is your cousin. This your kinfolk. Everybody ain't cut the same, though. So her cousin say she gonna, hey, believe somebody when they tell you the first time, right? So her cousin go say, like, I'm finna hit your bitch. I'm like, bro, like, nah. Karen, a lot of things, I ain't gonna let it get past. Karen freaking out, screaming, doing all this, putting on the show. And I'm gonna tell you why I say she putting on the show, because I know I done been with the lady too long. And even when I told her, after we talked about it, I'm like, the only reason you freaked out like that so much because your cousin was in the car. You had to act all extra. The motherfucker said, yeah, like how I'm supposed to act. She's like, I don't want to put no age on them, but you grown. You care so much about what other people think. You want people to see you in this light. Let me get back into it. So her cousin ended up popping me on the side of the head. I pull off. we pull over. If I get the car, I'm like, what the fuck wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Police pull up. Police like, what's going on? Like, they drunk. They drunken. Like, they drunk. You know what I'm saying? They screaming, freaking out, cousin, baby, dad, all stupid shit, right? Police like, I don't know what's going on, but you need to let them go. Like, go and let them get on up out of here, right? Situation happened in the car. I'm calm as a cucumber. Like, it's not my first rodeo by no means. Calm as a cucumber. He like, let them go. He was like, they need to come down and get out of here. I'm going to take them to jail. I like, no, it's cool. You know, cousin and I, we just had a disagreement in the car. I'm looking at like, I want him to say a firecracker went in our car. Right now, it's my word against theirs. And I don't know what the fuck you talk about by no means. You know what I'm saying? So, Karen do that. She leave with her cousin. I call my people. My people know. Like I say, like, when I tell you, like, when I did the incident happened, everybody in my family knew. Like, I'm close to. Because I'm standing firm on my actions. Like, I made it home that night. I'm going to forever try to make it home. But if it's in my willpower to make it home, I handle myself and do a certain thing when I'm in a certain area. And it's going to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Karen ended up calling me. She done left. She left with her cousin. Mind you, I grew up old school. Like, it's a lot of stuff you just don't do. And you don't leave your person. Regardless, like, you brought your ass out here, you didn't have to. You brought your ass to the fight, you didn't have to. Whatever that we got going on, I ain't never left Karen out hanging. She needed something, she calling me. She calling me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she know I'm going to be there. 100 times out of 100. You know what I'm saying? So she sitting up there, I'm like, damn, she left. My people, live it. Nah, she done. My daddy, like, she gonna send you to jet. Like, leave that girl alone. Everybody, when I tell you, I can't go down the list from co-workers to family to best friends and work husbands. Didn't nobody I bring Karen around care for her, but I'm such a big part. Like, man, that's my girl. Like, y'all just see this side. Like, it's this, is that. Like, it ain't that. She cool. Like, had her back no matter what. She left, bruh. She ended up calling me. She called me. She was like, what made you think that was cool? Like, bitch, what is you talking about? Like, your cousin put her hands on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, now, like if I say, I'm charging into the game. I'm a fighter before anything. You done heard other on my podcast. Like, I'm not making nothing up by no means. Like, and it ain't no bragging, right? Like, it's the temper. I fight, been doing it since I was younger. Like, just like, right, your cousin put her hands on me. Like, and still to this day, like, it's not like I need to get my lick back. We go respect elders. That lady down there, that lady 18 some years older than me. You know what I'm saying? She got kids and stuff. If I would have put my hands, like, situations escalate, because I know how I feel if somebody put their hands on my girlfriend, the baby mama, something like, situation go escalate. More people go get involved than they have to, when it just could be like, it is what it is, charge it to the game. I'm going to take that. So she sitting up there. She called me. Then she tell me, like, mind you, Karen is, I ain't gonna say it. Yeah, I ain't gonna say it. Karen, one of the most dirtiest females I ever came across in my life. You know what I'm saying? Straight dirty, nasty. And you know, females are dirty. 9 times out of 10, females are dirty. But Karen, one of the most nasty females. And I already know that she always trying to keep appearance of other people. So Karen, leaving, like, you gotta come get your shit. You need to find your own way to the airport. Like, we gotta go back to the same crib. Like you gotta come get your shit. Like, I don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Cause I got a car to do all this and that. So they finally come, check out late. She finally come, get her stuff. I packed the stuff up. Why? Because that's just me. I don't want your cousin to see you dirty. I packed all the stuff up. She just had to get it, take it downstairs. Still, her cousin walking the door. At this point, you don't have shit to say to me. We not fucking. You know what I'm saying? We not together. We don't got nothing to say to each other. Unless it's on some calm shit. Her cousin. And one more thing, I wasn't drunk. Blah, blah. Just turned out you was 24. The conversation and the yelling that her cousin did in that room was the Nell and Karen coughing, and it was the best firecracker that I ever done popped in my life, and Lord knows it's true, because if that's all it took to get this lady that I've been trying to get out of my house for freaking a year and a half off, I would have did it sooner. I would have been brought you around and did what the hell ever, for she could act however in front of you, and y'all can have whatever conversation, and eventually she get the hell out. Even after that situation happened in December. It is June. Karen just left my house in May, and it's been one of the best. When I tell you, I sat in my house and I just cried the other day, and I was laughing. I would never, when I feel like I got over boundary set, I would never, like you gonna have to come with something. You gonna have to come with something. Like, this chick put me through so much bullshit. Like I said, let me get back. The conversation that her cousin said to her, she said, I just found out you was 24. That's little kid shit. Like, this and that, you young, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm like, bro, like, damn, I'm saying that, like, damn, like, you damn right. You right. You damn right. Like, first of all, Karen, once again, your cousin got shit to say to me, especially not no yelling. Karen over there looking like a little cow, like, you 30 something. Like, what the fuck is you? What is they saying to me? Why is she even talking to me? We don't have nothing to say. Like, just pack your shit up. Why are you still feeling need to talk to me? And then you feel the need to be yelling. She all up in my face. I'm not gonna put my hands on you. I'm not gonna fight you. I don't get no cool points for that. I ain't saying you ain't got nothing. I ain't saying I'm about no. I'm just saying, like, don't get no cool points for putting my hands on you. You don't like what happened. I stated to you, I hate the fact y'all was in a car. I hate the fact you put you down here. Like, just like how you saying you want to make it home, you got this and that. Like, bruh, what is we talk about? We in Texas. That car pulled up too many times for my comfort. You talking about what else? I'm talking about what happened. You made it home safe to your family. Ain't nothing happened to nothing. The fuck is you in the car? Let me calm down. So she did all that yelling, all this. She get it out, all this shit. I'm like, bro, my brother got hit up on the freeway. Like, we not gonna see the same way on this. I just hate the fact y'all was in the car. More word, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not, like, I ain't gonna say I apologize. Like, I just hate the fact. I'm sorry y'all was in the car. That's why I apologize too. Like, man, I'm gonna handle that situation like that regardless. But I just hate the fact that y'all was in the car. Karen ended up leaving, ended up getting to the airport or whatever. She did all that talking. When I tell you, like, even Karen, she wanted to, regardless of what, I'm gonna put it like this, regardless of what Karen say, any female that I've been with, I don't have no female that I have ever been with that if I didn't want to get to, that I can't go back and get to. And it's not on, dang, this my brother. Hold on. Hello?
My nigga, where you at?
Hey, hold up. I'm finna wrap up my podcast. Give me like 10 minutes and I'm gonna shoot you right back. All right, I love you. All right, look, check this out. At the end of the day, like, it was a lot. It was a lot in that story, and I skipped a lot of stuff. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna put it like this. Wrap it up. At the end of the day, I went through so much stuff with that individual and that woman. I had like this deep-seated hate for her. She used to say it like, I just don't like you, but you hate me. You know what I'm saying? But I went and I just had to, like I say, self-reflection. I had to go back and look like what she did. She just amplified it because I happened to live with her, and I was just stuck in that position. But I had dealt with women like that before. And it don't have nothing to do with them. Like, I could go down a list of relationships. Like I said, if I want to, I can get them back. But I can go down a list of relationships where people just did some messed up things to me in these situations. It's not on them. Just like in your life. Like, if you sitting over there, you be like, people talking to you like this, but you don't see them talking to nobody else like that. Why y'all do it? Why they do it to me? Or why? Like, people is not, treat people how you want to be treated. That is cute. People say that is cool. You got to make people treat you how you want to be treated. You don't accept anything less. That's what a boundary is. Like at the end of the day, like, this is how far I'm taking it. And to family members that be hella loyal to y'all family, keep it up. That's cool. But stand on some morals. Because, like, if I wanted to, I could have a 2-3 hour episode about just crap that this woman Karen done did, family members I done helped out. When I went Karen to go through my phone, when I did go through a phone, I see stuff like same people talking down and saying little stuff. Or ain't taking enough for me, I done took up for before I even knew them, just off of the strength of my character. Like I said, I'm gonna write this podcast up like this. Set your boundaries. If you in a situation and you feeling like deja vu, don't blame that person. You go back and you look at you go back and you do some self-reflection and you try to figure out what is it in me that steady attracted me to these type of people. Don't get in no position like me where you get, like I said, that was a hard thing. I got somebody who costed me more money. I'm taking care of a grown individual, and at the same time, if anybody had somebody that had cancer, money is coming out. My brother tried not to ask, but he asked. My family's taking a tremendous blow, and somebody that's in there that's supposed to be with you, who you got your back still to this day, still on the way for her leaving out. She needed it. I gave it to her. I can't go get 50 cents from this woman. You got to stand, have you some morals, stand on you some more. Like, y'all family members who be all gung-ho and you, I'm super loyal. People tell me I'm loyal to a fault, but I'm loyal to both sides of my brothers and sisters or anybody I mess with. I take their good and their bad. So if you tell me my brother did this, he probably did. That probably did happen. And I'm going to tell you, you probably should leave him alone. But I'm still going to rock with him, and I'm going to check him later on whatever happened. Or my sister's the same way. And that's the same way I want people to be with me. I got with Karen who, what was it? If you wasn't on her side, you was on no side. I think I'm gonna do on YouTube because it's not. This the only podcast she's getting on YouTube. I'm gonna do story times of different situations that I done. Matter of fact, screw that. I don't even want it on my YouTube. I'm gonna do it on Instagram or freaking TikTok, and I'm gonna do story time. Probably get to part 1,000 about different situations that I done been in with Karen. Set your boundaries. Set your boundaries. Stand on them boundaries. You deserve to be treated the way that you want to be treated. You deserve to be treated with respect in any and everything else. Don't let nobody make you feel crazy. Don't let nobody be out here trying to gaslight you and be tripping. Don't care about what nobody... People go, if it's not affecting your pay and it's not affecting somebody trying to do something to you, let people talk. Let people say whatever they want to about you. At the same time, if it do affect this and that, get them from around you. People can say and do whatever they want to. They ain't got to be around you, and they don't got to negatively affect what you have going on. Like I say, that situation had put me through much pain, so much heartbreak, so much hard times of it. I should have been nipped it in the bud. It is okay. You're not a gold digger. You're not unhumble. You're not selfish or nothing like that. Just like I say, exes who want to come back or try to come back, you got to, I'm not, like my greenhouse taught us, we don't backtrack. But at the same time, you got to come with something different. See, can't nobody who done ever left me or walked away from me come back, spin back around, and I'm standing on the same block I was. I'm doing something totally different. And I'm not saying that every female tell me that I was the problem, because they don't. They say they was the problem. But, they had their issues to work on. But me letting y'all do what y'all did and treat me the way that y'all treated me, I did become the problem. It's something in me that ain't right. It's not up here saying, I know people be like, you telling your business doing this and that. People go tell your business anyway. I could tell my business. You could just look at it like that, or you can get the game from underneath. I believe in telling people, listen, because we all kind of done been through the same thing. I believe in telling people and talking about different little situations, because a lot of people don't. Like I say, when I say overthinking, understanding, all of us got different levels of understanding from different little situations and stuff that we done been through. Don't overlook or overthink your own. Like in that situation, sometimes I felt bad for Karen. Sometimes I looked past some of the stuff that she was doing, and I put more in her potential than was actually what she was giving me. And I felt like that woman, if I would have let it, that woman would have broke me down. I would have been exactly what she wanted. Because I stopped talking. I cut off a lot of people because all my friends like me. All my friends want to talk to me. I was going to be exactly what she wanted to be. I was going to go around her family and say nothing. But I came up out of that. And when I tell you, like, this probably be one of the longest podcasts that I did. But when I tell you, like, I'm so happy for that situation to be over. And that lesson was learned. And that lesson was took so well, I never put myself in that position again. Never put myself in that position again. Never not set boundaries. Never not stand on how I am a person. Never not stand for what I deserve out of a relationship. You're going to have to come with what I'm coming with. And it's not just no time limit on, but if you're not changing, and not to, like I say, not talking down on nobody that I've been with, but it's on the thing that, like, if you're not changing, I'm not saying you don't have the potential to be great. I wouldn't have messed with you. But everybody got potential to do something. And a lot of people die with wasted potential. So you can go out there and be better and do better. But some people are the way they are because how they are. Karen quit a bunch of jobs. I watch people give her money all day long, take care of her, feel bad, this and that. That's how she get through life. That's what she cool with. Karen said, we don't get along because I like to have fun. I like to be free. I can't have fun broke. I can't be free with somebody who talking down like that. That's not cool with me. And you 5 years older than me. I hate saying it. Like I say, age ain't got nothing, but you know damn better. You wouldn't be with nobody that's doing what I'm doing to you. Set your boundaries. Stand on your boundaries. Don't get into no relationship having deja vu. Because it's something ain't right. It's something that you attracted or that you're attracted to, or you stepping into that trauma. Get up out that trauma. Get off of the side of that trauma. It's not worth it. Them people not going to get better because people are going to treat you the way that you allow them. And if this relationship didn't drive that home, Karen, thank you. It'll never. How she did me and what she did in a different situation, another person will never be able to do, man or female. It's just not happening. We gonna end it. We gonna wrap it up. We gonna end it like that. I got a brother out here in Honolulu that I haven't seen since I came into the service. I think I haven't seen my brother in like 5 years. I'm almost been 7 years in the service. I'm in Hawaii. This is like my third or second time back. But this is actually, like I say, like I done been, but it's done been like sleeping. Then when you back on the plane, you leaving. I actually got some time to kick it and chill. I done ate. You know what I'm saying? I had a Hawaiian burger. It was like some grilled pineapple and teriyaki and whatever. Excuse me. Thank y'all for listening to my podcast. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Look me up on Facebook, Overthinking Understanding Podcast, and just Overthinking Understanding. I think my Instagram, I think it's Otis. So it's, yeah, I think it's like Otis 48. So Overthinking Understanding, just the first letters, 48. That's my Instagram. Hey, get my subscribers up. Like this video. If y'all like the podcast set up more like this, please let me know. I'm working for y'all. Like I genuinely I don't get paid for doing this by no means, but I genuinely like doing these podcasts. I don't mind talking. I don't mind. I've been talking all my life. Like hopefully eventually it's time to get paid for it. Like I say, like we live from Hawaii. Thank y'all guys for tuning in. I'm Victoria Moore, and this has been Overthinking Understanding Podcast. See y'all next time.